Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great week. I am super excited. So this coming weekend is the Dublin Irish Festival. It is basically the second biggest holiday that I have next to St. Patrick's Day. And I'm not going to be live next Sunday because I will be working the festival the entire weekend. We're going to do a Patreon giveaway tonight. Somebody is going to win a gift pack from the festival, t-shirt. If you don't want a t-shirt, we get something else. I usually get like a drinking glass, either rocks glass, whiskey glass. I'm going to throw in a sample of something. I'll do something special in there too. Let's see who we have in chat today. Starting with my first pour, let me know what you have in your glass. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe notification bell. I am starting with one of the whiskeys that we will be taking to the festival in a flask in my little H-Tenor kit. And that is Clonakilty Gallihead. This is a great, just light blended whiskey, 80 proofer. We don't get too crazy. The festival, we do have to run the friggin' thing, so kind of want to stay at least a little bit on. We got Kilko, Mental Musings. Cheers to you, Kilko. How are you doing? We got Anthony Bourbon Neophyte. Cheers, all you magnificent Irish whiskey people. Anthony reminded everybody to smash that like button and support the channel. Thank you so much, Anthony. We got Eric Gunderson. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you, Eric. Sugar Kitty. Everybody, lick the like and like the lick. It tastes just like a 4-leaf clover. We got Slapshots Roadhouse. Cheers to you, Brian. Hope you're doing good. Peter White. Cheers, Peter. How are you doing? Peter, no wildfire smoke this. Actually, we are a little hazy, but it's because of Oregon this time. No, it doesn't smell smoky like it did last week, but we do have a little bit of haze today and tomorrow, they said. I can't believe it's all the way from Oregon. And they made it all the way here. I have got schmutz all over my glasses. I was outside doing yard work. Trying to get all the stuff done because we know we're going to be out this weekend and the house sitter will be here. And the house sitter is not going to be weed eating my lawn. Pretty sure. Oh, let's see who else we got. I have to go. Just skipped on me. Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts. Cheers to you. Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts are going to be having a live on 8/4. I think that's right, guys. I didn't catch the time, but they are going to be having an August live on 8/4. So make sure you tune into that. I poured Colombian rum raisin just for this, washing it down with a Francis Connor Weissbier. Can't pronounce the first one. I know the second one is Weissbier. Summerfest. That does sound really good. Saints Alley Rye sounds Irish. That actually does. It sounds a lot like the Talnua Old Saints Keep, the American single pot still that's done kind of in an Irish style. And actually, just this past week, Patrick Miller and Talnua trademarked Old Saints Keep. So they've got that down, and that'll be for the foreseeable future. We'll be having those releases. Hey, Taste and Sensibility. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you. Hope you're doing good. Amy O'Byrne. Hello, whiskey friends. Just poured a glass of the Whistler Double Oaked that I picked up for a bargain price of $11.94. I can't even get Chick-fil-A for $11.94. That is crazy. That's a great price. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Have fun at Diff. Oh, we will definitely do that. Around here, all our friends, we shortened Dublin Irish Festival to Diff. Oh, okay. It was 8/4. I thought it was. I wasn't sure what time. I didn't catch the time on there. Washington is returning to the favor to British Columbia with smoke. British Columbia did not tariff it now. Yeah, that's all kind of stupid. But yeah, I was surprised to see in our forecast that we were getting smoke. They said it wasn't really smoke, but it's supposed to be a little hazy today and tomorrow. And they said it was from Oregon and Washington. And I could see Toronto. You guys aren't that far away, but Oregon and Washington are pretty far away. You sure I didn't miss anybody? Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts have a Saints Alley bottle that they haven't opened yet, Iron Root. And Eric, thank you, Eric, dropping all these links to all these great channels. I can't even buy Jackeen's vodka for $14 a bottle. Yeah, you can get anything for $14 a bottle. That is a crazy good deal, Amy. Which, speaking of, if you are on Instagram, make sure you are following O'Byrne's Irish Pub. that is Amy's home pub. Yeah, I've been out. It's been a great day. It's been a whole great weekend for yard work and be outside. So we got back from Mass, and I said I got to finish the weeding because we have this super steep point in our hill out back that it's a good thing it's there because it keeps the river down there and not up in my yard any further. But it's too steep for our neighbor to mow with their zero turn, so kind of had to weed whack it, and it had been getting a little high. So I went out there and weed whacked the rest of it. Yeah, it was a weird wildlife day too. I'm literally standing there and I look out the window and there is a red-tailed hawk and at the bottom of the hill. And long story short, I am one snake less in my yard. So I'm okay with that because the garter snakes have been freaking everywhere this year. I found 3 of them so far this summer, and I don't know what it is about this year, but the snakes have been, luckily, I mean, they're just garter snakes, but still ick. I could do without it. The little ones like this don't bother me. It's the ones that are, no. I don't deal with that. That's kind of gross. Let's see. I missed some people. Oh, hey, Darrell, how are you doing? Cheers, y'all. Cheers to you. So I am starting out with Clonakilty Galleyhead. This is a blended whiskey. This is a blend of, I believe it's a single pot still or single grain. Yeah, it's a blend of the single pot still and the single grain. It's a bourbon cask finish. It's only an 80 proofer. So we take our aged and ore kit to the Irish Festival and always I try to fill it up with some whiskeys. So I picked the whiskeys that I plan on taking to the festival with us. And like I said, I don't get too crazy. We don't get try to keep the proof down a little reasonably. Just because my husband and I, for those of you who haven't heard me tell the story, my husband and I are committee chairs for the Dublin Irish Festival. So we're on the sports committee and we run the darts tent through the whole festival. And this year they are adding as the Brazen Head Darts Snug. So it's going to be bigger. They are adding a whiskey bar with the Irish beers. And I think they're going to have a couple whiskey choices. I don't know if it's cocktails or they're just going to have a couple pours. It's usually like Jameson Orange. At the opposite end in the same tented area. So it's going to be we're a little anxious to see how this is going to go this year because normally it's just darters in and out. And people just want us sitting in chairs and things. So I might need the whiskey. The other thing I don't know why we didn't think about it when we were planning this earlier in the year. We have blind draw dart tournaments on Friday and Saturday. And we usually have some really good darters come in. I mean, there are people that come to the festival every year to play in the dart tournaments. And they're people who play in leagues around town. So we normally started at 7, and this year the festival on Saturday night is going to end an hour earlier. Didn't occur to me at the time, we probably need to move that tournament back then an hour. We didn't do that. So fingers crossed we actually can wrap the thing up by 11 o'clock. Now, granted, usually there's a little bit of a slowdown because people need a beer and they're running off. Do I have time to go get a beer? I'm going to go get a beer and come back. So we're going to have to basically tell people, sorry, there's a bar right there or find a friend because there's going to be no time for people wandering off and not coming back for, 15, 20 minutes because they needed a beer. So we'll see how it goes. However it goes this year determines, I think, if we're going to still volunteer and be committee chairs again next year. We've done this a long time. We've done this it's 10 years now. So we're kind of getting, I wouldn't mind going to the festival and can't do that when you have to work it the whole weekend. Oh, thank you, Eric. Yeah, if you're on Instagram, this is Oberin's Irish Pub. Make sure you give them a follow. Give Amy a follow. We have the Delaware River, maybe 15 miles away. So the raptors are everywhere. Hawks, falcons, owls, eagles constantly circle. That's us. We live next to the Scioto River. And we get hawks. A couple years ago, we had peregrine falcons in our tree. They would sit in our tree because our neighbor had a bird feeder. So it would sit in our tree and wait for something to go to the neighbor's bird feeder and get whatever little thing was there. And they're beautiful birds. And we've got an eagle nest just up the road. That does have a bald eagle in it. You guys have heard my owl sagas, I believe, where we've had 2 different freaking kind of owls. One broke its wing, was at the bottom of the hill, and the other one smacked into my house. So we have all kinds of we've lived here 8 years, never had a squirrel in the yard because there's too many other things that will eat them. But it's always interesting when you live next to an area of wildlife. It keeps it interesting, that's for sure. Any hurling games at the festival? Not the Dublin kind. No, they don't have hurling. They have Gaelic games, which is like the stone throw and tabor toss and things like that. They have the darts. They have, I know they do trials for the herding dog, the bring the border collies, they do some sheep herding, things like that. They've got the Celtic canines. They have a representative of all the different Celtic dog breeds. We used to take our Wolfhound Magner there. So it's a lot of fun. They have ancestry specialists there, so they could do genealogy for you, cooking, Irish cooking classes, Irish whiskey tastings. There are Irish whiskey tastings there, which again kills me. I can't participate. I tell you what though, depending on how this weekend goes, they do actually have Redbreast 27 at their little bar there. Might have a board of Redbreast 27. I meant to the last 2 years and haven't been able to. If we moved to Hickory, North Carolina, it would be a quick and easy trip to go up there one of these festivals. I would love if you and Nick moved to Hickory, North Carolina. At some point, my husband and I are moving. This would be years down the road, but we're talking about moving to Kentucky, settling more in Eastern Kentucky. But I would love that. You would be so close if you were in Hickory, North Carolina. You would only be about a 5-6 hour drive. Hey, Donner, cheers to you. How are you doing? Oh, nice thunder boomer just shook the house. Oh, I hope your power stays on. We have storms rolling in the next couple of days. I think Tuesday it's going to be a rain out. Everybody, fingers crossed for good weather for the Irish Festival. If it does storm, it is not going to be nearly as fun. That's the part when being responsible. The responsible party sucks. Because you have to they'll radio you and tell you things are shutting down. If they have a lightning strike, they shut the festival down. They'll shut everything down for like 30 minutes until the storms move on. We've had to evacuate the festival, tell people, shut it down, we can't do anything. And they actually have a meteorologist on staff at the festival. Like he's up in a room at the community center, and they have somebody monitoring the weather the entire weekend. So it looks like one day we might, if it's Sunday, I'm okay with that. But I just want it to stay nice Friday and Saturday night so we can get those done. Those are the big crowd days. Oh, it skipped on me. Make sure I miss anything here. I think I got everybody. On my ancestry front, I recently emailed a guy who's going to Ireland and visiting the place the local historical society said has our 4th grandfather's farm waiting on pics. That would be so cool. That'd be really cool. My Irish ancestry is Antrim, and I think it's Fermanagh. My family ended up there after I say that my one side of the family that's Irish, it was really good at picking the wrong side in wars. So they picked the wrong side in the War of the Roses, and they had to peace out of England. And they went to Scotland, and then they picked the wrong side, the Jacobites. Then they ended up in Northern Ireland. And that's how I ended up with Antrim. And I can never remember if it's Armagh or Fermanagh. I can never remember. But then my husband he took the test. I took the test twice because I didn't think I had any Irish. And my husband took it, and he's like, yeah, he's like 50, 75%. It's crazy. Oh, cheers to Greystone. How are you doing? Thanks you for joining us. Oh, your families are very close. We're Roscommon, Sligo, and Mayo all meet. That's a really, that's a pretty area over there by Connemara. That's a real pretty area. So I do have a little video. I'm going to see if it's going to cooperate here. And hopefully, I don't know if you can hear the sound, but if you can't hear the sound, you'll at least be able to see it. It's just a little 30-minute video, and this is the Irish Festival. So again, this is the largest Irish festival in the USA. See if it'll. So that is it. Yeah, we've got some pretty big names coming this year. Allie the Piper, if you're familiar with Piper Allie, she's kind of gone viral here in the last couple of years because she plays a lot of contemporary, like AC/DC and things like that. Massively talented. She'll be there again this year. The Gardner brothers, you'll see them all over Instagram. They're from Nashville, and you'll see them doing a lot of their dancing together to different things, different songs around Nashville and around the country. And they'll be there again this year. They're lovely people. So it's gonna be a good time. It always is a lot of fun. It always is a lot of work. I have taken the day off after the festival because I get tired. I am not 20 anymore. And yeah, even though it's a lot of sitting, I get wore out. We're there from we go set up on Friday at around 10 a.m. We got to be out of there at noon. So we have to set up we set up all the dartboards, have to put out the throw lines, we have to hang up some banners from our different Irish organizations and make sure everything is organized how we need it, make sure we have everything we want, including like the fencing to keep people out of the way of the darts because that gets a little dicey. And out of there by noon, check in at our hotel and back by 4 o'clock and don't get out of there midnight. And then the next day is just rinse, repeat, and again on Sunday, and we finally get out of there at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Sunday. We actually tear down on Sunday at the end of the festival. The first year we did this, we came back the next day, and we're like super tired, had a gut and rush, and literally Dublin. So it's like 10 a.m. They're like, "You guys coming?" I'm like, "Crap." So that was the only year we did the tear down the following day. Every other year since, we're like, "Nope, we're taking it out of here, taking it out." Day of, and we got one of those little collapsible carts, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Bucket list trip Ireland. Highly recommend. I've been there a couple times now. It is a beautiful place. Absolutely love it. I recommend people. Dingle Peninsula, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's like it's like a scenery that hasn't been photoshopped. It's crazy. It's so pretty. Belfast too, absolutely. You guys know I love Belfast. It's such a neat little town. I absolutely love it. I like Belfast better than Dublin, actually. To hell or cannot. Allie the Piper is adorable and talented. Yeah, she is. She's super, super talented, and she draws a huge crowd. This festival, I meant to pull the specifics on it. It's been going on for many, many years, and let's see, the last year was really good weather, I think. I meant to pull the attendance numbers. They get 100,000 people there. Oh, where's that? Wikipedia. Oh, let's see. 2025 attendance. Last year they had 85,000. I think it was the year before they had 100. I think it was the year before they had 100. I know that they ran out of water. They ran out of a lot of food by Sunday. They ran out of water by Sunday, and the year that they were that it was very hot, and that year they had run out of water, and that is the following year they started bringing in these water stations. So you can bring in your own cup. They have these huge. Now it's not chilled or anything, but these huge water stations, so everybody can have free water all the time. When I lived in Nova Scotia, all festivals were Scottish. Newfoundland is all Irish. They still kept the accent. Yeah, I saw that on Shoresy, and that's wild to me. It's crazy. Although I've heard it's not like a true Irish accent. Like it's even different from that. because I saw like a funny video, I think it was on Instagram, where the Irish people couldn't understand what newbies were saying. Hey, Kathy, just got home from visiting friends. Hope you all are having a great day. Cheers. Cheers to you. All right, let me pour my next one here. So another whiskey that I'm going to take, I decided I'm going to take to the festival because it's actually, I think it comes off a little light and sweet. And so I'm going to take the Redbreast Muscatel. So this is one of the newest, latest in the Iberian series. This is 46% ABV. Now, speaking of the Iberian series, I don't know if you've heard the news. What we are hearing is that they're going to be releasing another whiskey in the US, and that Redbreast PX is pulling out of the US. So moving forward, from what we've heard, is that Redbreast PX is going to be an Ireland only bottle. So if you know a store that has some, if you get it for a good price, I'm probably going to snap up a couple myself just to make sure I have some on hand, which surprises me because it's so wildly popular. But I think it's been around so long. Also, they jacked the price up on it. So the popularity has been kind of waning. Here it's kind of crazy. It's $150. I think I found it online for like 60 or 70 bucks. So just keep that in mind. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Cheers, everyone. Smash that like button. Thank you, Joe. Hope you're doing well, my friend. This thing is so sweet. I mean, when they say honeycomb on here, it smells like honeycomb. That's exactly what it smells like. It smells a little bit, waxy. It's honey, a lot of honey, a little floral. So I think it's a good whiskey, honestly, for a summer day, especially if you're going to be outside all day. Hey, Ben. Cheers to you. Yeah, wax on, wax off. Exactly. My next order from Alberta will include either a Daftmill Summer Batch or the Dunville's 12PX. I would go Dunville's 12PX. I love that one. Absolutely love. The other news about Jameson. So if you have not heard, you saw me a couple years ago drinking, and I don't even think I have the bottle anymore, Jameson Single Pot Still. That was what the bottle was called. And I don't know if I can find a picture of it, if you guys will be able to see it. And it was an Ireland only bottle at first. And then you guys in Canada got it. And they hadn't released it in the US because they said they could not keep up with demand. Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. Kind of, sort of, not really. No, it's not going to work. Okay. Well, they have figured out how to make enough of it. So this one is coming to the US very shortly. It will not be called Jameson Single Pot Still. It's going to be called Jameson Distillers Edition, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but either a single pot still because they have more than one of those too. But Jameson Distillers Edition. Now, when Jameson Single Pot Still came out, it was right around $65 a bottle. If it stays around that price, I'm telling you, great price. It's a good bottle. Or it's Amy chiming in. Amy has had it. Yeah, it was a good one. So if you find that on your shelf, it's around that price, definitely worth grabbing a bottle of that. Redbreast at a good price isn't a thing around here. Yeah, you guys do get kind of stuck on prices a lot. I don't know, some things you got a little bit better. I think it was Donald was telling me, maybe it was the Red Spot that he was finding for a really good price. Dunville should certainly be a lot cheaper. Yeah, that Dunville's 12-year is so freaking good. The PX. I think we can only get the 10 PX here. And that bottle is just so good. Absolutely love that. Dunville's is another really solid brand that you just can't go wrong with. But Yeah, if you can find, so if you do come across that Jameson Distillers Edition, that is definitely worth a look. You know, I thought they had it. I was going to check and see. Somebody said they had it already on the Ohio Liquor page, so I was going to see what they had it there, because that's usually a judge for how much it's going to be nationwide. Oh, they do have it up already. $50. That is ridiculous. That's a good deal. Yeah, I will be buying a bottle for $50. I can tell you that 100%. 100%. That one is worth a look. So that one will be probably around in that 50 to 75 price range, depending on where you're at. So if you come across that one, all right. This is so good. I have not pulled this Redbreast Moscatel out in a while. I have a backup bottle downstairs. So that's another reason I thought, oh, I'll grab this one. We can finish it off at the festival. I like it. I do think it needs time to breathe. It does need some air. Um, it seems to open up quite a bit the longer it sits, and the more you get through the bottle. Best value here for Middleton Pot Still is Powers John Slane. If you are a Powers John Slane fan, I would encourage you to try this Jameson. Now, the Jameson definitely, I mean, if you know, once you drink a Jameson, you kind of know that it's, I would say you know it's a Jameson. It has that taste to it. But it's really good. It's done in a bunch of different kind of oak. It's got a lot more going on. There's a lot more depth, and it's just got some really good notes to it. No, I completely forgot to even check. Hopefully my mic's okay. I forgot to even check and see if my computer was um, pulling from my mic here or my mic on my computer. I'm really bad about checking. Ever since I got this new mic, the other mic just automatically, it always connected to this. Let's see. No, it's not. It's trying to, yeah, it's not. How's that? Is that better, guys? Hopefully that's better. Hopefully that's a little better. Yeah, I was trying to connect to the mic on my camera way over there. All right. Gotta say that cologne off the website right now is an even better buy. Yeah, the cologne, I put the bottle back up on the shelf. Cologne rum and raisin, that's a great buy. Um, that one is, I have heard through the grapevine that, from the distributor, that Ohio is interested in bringing the cologne rum and raisin into Ohio, and the Dram cans and the Pachin, but I don't know when. Until that happens, the website, the Two Stacks Irish Whiskey website, you can get the cologne rum and raisin, you can get all the 2 stacks, and shipping is a good deal. So, sound is better now, thank you. I suck at trying to remember to do all this stuff. It's been a busy weekend. We've had a busy July. It's been crazy, crazy busy. The other thing we did this weekend, is yesterday we went to the Ohio Egg Fest. Um, it is not eggs like the chicken, but eggs like the big green egg. Oh, wait, that's the same bottle you sent me, right? Which one? Ah, the Panger, the White Kitty is an amazing gal. Yes, Sugar Kitty has Panger the Pachin. Ben, which bottle are you talking about? So we went to an event yesterday, and it was super fun. They bring in all these like barbecue teams and cooking teams, and people sign up. They do backyard teams too, and it's everybody. You go around and sample as much of the food as you want. They put out these little sample cups of all the different. Each one is making different food, and you vote on the winner at the end of it. and they're all cooking on these brand new big green egg cookers. And after the event, if you want to buy one of the cookers, these cookers have only been used that one time for that 4 hours of cooking, for that event. And you can get them at a big discount. I know I was looking at the large one, and I think it retails for like $1,899, and you could have got it there after the event for 1,000. And it comes with like the basket for the ash basket and something else and a thing of charcoal and I don't remember what all, but I don't know, it's a pretty good deal. I mean, for one that's only been used once. And all the money goes to the James Cancer Hospital here in Columbus. So we went and did that yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Hey, Mr. Mon, cheers to you. How are you doing, Orlando? The new bigger rum and raisin. Yes. Yeah, the rum and raisin is now the 700 ml size, and you can get it right there on 2 Stacks Whiskey US. Shipping is super cheap. I think it's like 20-25 bucks for shipping. And as long as you are not in South Carolina or Utah, you're gonna be having a great day and do some shopping and get some good whiskey. If you're in one of those states, find a friend or a neighbor that does not live in one of those because that's the only place they cannot deliver to. But the apricot brandy 2 Stacks is really freaking good too. In the 1970s, those were called Komodo pots. There was a U.S. Air Force tanker pilot who, and it looks like I cut you off. So I think the brand split because there is a Komodo brand too, I think, and then they have these big green eggs, which I was actually talking to Ed Williams on a stream last night, and he said they're really kind of tricky to cook on because once you get them too hot, it takes a while for them to cool back off because they're ceramic and they'll hold heat for days. So I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. I mean, it is just like a big ceramic, like a Dutch oven, basically. Yeah, that's the bottle that Sugar Kitty was talking about. I have a variation of it here. It'll look something like this. It'll be in a tall, skinny bottle though, 700 ml. I'll go ahead and pour this. This is gonna be my next pour anyway. Eric's having a little Cologne Hungarian oak. That is a second favorite behind the Pinot Noir. And a big thank you to Mr. Andrew Healy from 2 Stacks. Sent me a bottle of the Pinot Noir, one of the little 375. We've almost killed that thing. I absolutely love it. Tastes like cheesecake with blackberry and like lemon curd. And I got, if you've seen my Instagram, a Cologne kind of road sign and a 2 Stacks road sign. So I'm really excited about those. I don't know if you know this, but I have a RecTech also yay voice to text. Did you get a RecTech? I didn't know that. We love ours. We got ours actually at the recommendation of Amy O'Byrne's Irish Pub. I was in the shopping for a new smoker, and Amy said they loved theirs, and I looked into it and looked into a couple others, and we ended up getting the RecTech. We've been using it quite a bit this summer. Funny thing is, our grill hasn't been touched in 2 years. The only person who's cooked on my grill is my soon-to-be brother-in-law. He's literally, I mean, we had to get a propane tank to hook it up. We haven't touched it. Oh, hey, the Loop Homestead Garden Nursery. Cheers to you. What would you recommend for a bourbon drinker? It depends what you're looking to spend. If you can find a good deal, probably the best bottle that I think you would really like is Powers John's Lane. And that's a bourbon cast finish. It's a little spicier and it's a single pot still. And it is 47% ABV. So it's a little higher in proof. The other one is probably the 2 Stacks, but the cast strength. So that one is a 65% ABV Irish whiskey. You can also find some of these Clonakilty. You can find some of their single barrel bottles. They're cast strength. They're really good. Usually range at about like the 55% ABV, and they're not super expensive. I think they're like 60, $70. So they're not expensive at all. There's a lot of good options out there. Um, Depending on what, how much you're willing to spend, what you already like. But there's a lot luckily, there's a lot more Irish, in the US now. Ah, there's the rest of Donner what Donner was saying above. Imported him from Japan. He was based in California and went to Japan on TDY all the time. Yes, Anthony has the peated rum and raisin just delivered from Ireland. I do have that one up there. I have the peated there's a peated. The regular rum and raisin is not peated at all, which that one I'm gonna pour next here. So that is this is, a special US release, and it's not gonna focus. Oh, come on. Nope. So this one was the, done it's basically the same as the regular rum and raisin. This is 55% ABV. This would be a good one for a bourbon drinker. This would be a really good one. Um, Huge amount of flavor in this thing, huge amount. 55% ABV, so you're looking at 110 proof, and I think the bottle only retails for like $60, $65, I think. This was a special one that they did, and the only difference between this one and the regular rum and raisin is this is finished in coconut rum casks as opposed to rum casks. But that would be a great bottle for a bourbon drinker. Let's see. Hey, Josh Fritz, how are you doing? Ah, Sugar Kitty likes the legendary dark silky for a peated whiskey. I do as well. The dark silky is actually the Irish whiskey that kind of made me fall in love with peated whiskey. That one, and then Sugar Kitty recommended, based on the notes I was getting on that one, that I try Ardbeg. And absolutely, I got the NO first because it was a little bit lighter. And then I had the Oudal, and no, the Oudal is my freaking favorite. That thing is like an Easter ham with coated in like brown sugar and jam. It is so freaking good. Absolutely love it. I went back to an old-fashioned Weber kettle from a Komodo. I have a Primo, and I don't use it anymore. Just not enough cooking area and a lot of heat. We have, and I was actually see, I keep going on the fence now about it because I was gonna sell it, and I'm thinking maybe not. We have a Weber Smoky Mountain vertical smoker that's an 18-inch, and it's charcoal, and it's really old school, and actually after the Thanksgiving turkey incident of 2024 is why we have the Rectech now. And so I cleaned the whole thing up and got new grates for it and was gonna sell it, and now I'm like, "Oh, maybe I'll just keep it," but I just don't know that we'll actually use it. The Rectech makes it so freaking easy, to be honest. Thing is huge too. I mean, you could if you got a small enough whole pig, you could fit the whole pig in there. We have the flagship, 1100, and you could fit a whole pig in there. I mean, it'd be a little pig, but you could do it. And you can fit a freaking couple briskets and everything else. Oh, you've had a Rectech over 5 years. I didn't know that. I had no idea you had a Rectech. I did not know that. Ah, yeah, Kathy chiming in too, saying, "Yep, Powers John's Lane." It's a good one, I think, for bourbon drinkers because it is spicy. So you're gonna get, kinda like that barrel spice that you get, with a bourbon that you get off that virgin oak cask. So it's got some spice to it. It is a mostly bourbon cask finish, and it's got that little extra ABV, so that doesn't hurt also. Hey, Miracle Martinez, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, anytime. Anytime, happy to help. Happy to help. There's so many more Irish whiskeys now around, and I'm glad for it. Hey, Donald Rance, how are you doing? Make sure I didn't miss any more questions. I have a slight addiction to Blue Spot, 3 of them on the shelf and 1 in the blue box. I gotta get another one. I, um, I made the mistake of taking the bottle downstairs, and that's the problem because everybody loves Blue Spot. So when you take it out of this room and downstairs, it's like all bets are off and it's up for grabs, and it very quickly got drank, and I contributed to that, but Blue Spot would be another one if you can find one for a good price. That's another really good one for bourbon drinkers. The problem with Blue Spot is finding one for a good price. Um, it's gotten up as high as $150. It ain't worth that. But if you could find one for around 110, it is very good. That oh, boy, I'm way behind. Alright, I got caught up. I got caught up. That rum and raisin is so good. It's got the PX finish, so it's the start, you get that kind of that figgy raisin kinda note, and then we're instead of using the traditional, like, the Cologne dark rum casks that their own rum, he used a coconut rum. So the coconut's just a little more prominent, and it's very creamy. Really nice whiskey. So, yeah, we went to, the event yesterday for the Big Green Egg event. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. I have been wanting to go for a couple years because I've heard about it. It's very close to where we live. It was only like 15 minutes away. And because my father was in the James Cancer Hospital when he was battling cancer, and I wanted it since all the proceeds go towards that hospital. I wanted to be a part of it. So we went, tried a ridiculous amount of food. Um, even just, they're little sample cups. So you're getting maybe 1 or 2 bites of things. Or, we did like they had a pork belly taco. That was the pork belly and like some pickled cabbage or on top, and then there was some kind of like a mango pineapple salsa on top of that. So it's just, one little taco shell. Um, there was like a little corn tortilla, but it was only like that big. But we didn't even get to taste everything, and we were just so stuffed. We just it was you could have rolled me out of there. It was crazy amount of food. And I think our favorite was probably between the taco and, we voted for they had a buffalo it was like a buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and they did smoked chicken, and then the buffalo tossed out in a buffalo sauce, and actually had, like, blue cheese or ranch in the mac and cheese. So super creamy, super rich, really delicious, and that was really good. They had a chicken and a waffle that was really good. They had these little they called them bacon I think it was bacon shots, Hawaiian bacon shots, and it basically was like a piece of bacon that they had wrapped completely up around, a piece of pineapple and had them on the smoker, and it looked really delicious. That was yummy. That was yummy. And they also had, some vendors there, so we got a whole lot of freaking spice rubs. I think we ended up buying, like, 9 bottles of different kinds of spice rubs for barbecue. So now I'm online last night trying to shop for little bins that I can slide into my pantry, 'cause we have, like, this cabinet that's pretty deep, just to put all these fricking spices in because I have a huge amount of barbecue spice now. And we got 3 bottles of barbecue sauce, but it was crazy how much stuff was there. It was a whole lot of fun. Looking forward to going to next year. It was a great event. But I just thought that was really cool that you could if you were interested in buying one of these big green eggs, I'm thinking that would be the way to do it because somebody's only cooked on them one time for one event, and you're getting like a third off the price. I mean, almost pretty much $900 off. That ain't too shabby. I would absolutely do that. At least as somebody who knew how to cook. A couple of them they were good, but not nearly enough flavor. They needed some spice, they needed some salt, and then I think there was one and they were upselling it really big time. They were really upselling, I had that. Really upselling how good it was, and then we tried it and like, okay, now I know why they're upselling so hard because it was oversalted. It was really, really salty. Been getting into kind of barbecue a little bit. We got found a really good deal on spare ribs, so we've been getting into barbecue a little bit more. Let me know what's your favorite barbecue? Let me know what you guys like. I like ribs, but sometimes they're kind of hard to eat. Pulled pork is easy. Brisket, I think, has been the hardest. That's the hardest to cook, and takes freaking ever. All right, I'm gonna pour my last pour here, and then we're gonna do a giveaway. So my last bottle that I'm gonna be taking to the Dublin Irish Festival is one from Two Stacks, and that is this blackberry brandy cask finish. I just thought that sounded really good. This is 50% ABV, 100 proof. Now, this one is an Ireland only bottle right now. I'm hoping that they will bring the brandy, the fruit, they call this fruit drops in the fruit drop series. I'm hoping they will bring this to the US at some point. In if not these, then maybe the cans. I don't know if I have one. Oh, yeah, I do. There we go. Here's a canned version. I'm gonna have to throw this in my bag too. Fruit drops. So this is the same whiskey, but in the can. So I'm hoping they bring these guys to the US at some point. They had the apricot brandy, apple brandy. The apple brandy is really good. And then the blackberry brandy. Yeah, apple brandy would be really good with barbecue. I didn't even think about that. Oh, you love OP's barbecue. Love a good brisket, but it'll be a good rack of ribs for the money. Yeah. Good deal on right now, honestly. I think I paid like $16 for 2 racks of ribs. They were buy one, get one at the store. I mean, it's not that top quality, but we do a good job on it. So it was really good. But beef is just so flippin' expensive right now. Brisket, pulled pork, and chicken. I do a good chicken. That is probably that has been my thing. And I had a rub that I used that it was discontinued, and need to try to freaking recreate it on my own. But it was really good, and it always reminded me. I was telling my husband this. We used to go to the air show in my little Podunk County when I was growing up, and they would always give you get like a half a chicken and a couple sides, and it was only like $6. It was something crazy like that. And this rub reminds me of that chicken. So I got to recreate that. I got to find a way to do that. This is really good. For that kind of a price, BG, I could have a new patio kitchen put in with a grill. Ooh, heaven in a can. Yeah. I mean, this does smell just like blackberry too. Oh, OP, otherwise known as Other People's Barbecue. Nice. Yeah. Best barbecue. Yes. Yeah. We're getting kind of good at it. I'm getting better at it. I sent Ed, I sent him what I did for ribs, and it was pretty flippin' involved. Um, as we start, you trim them down, and then I want to use mustard as a binder. My husband likes mayo, so we agreed on a 50-50, and then put the two different kind of rubs on there, like a sweeter honey based one, and then a spicier one. Throw them on for 3 hours, and we spritz them with apple juice every hour. Pull them off, wrap them up with some more rub and some honey and some brown sugar, and then I spritz it again a little bit with apple juice and butter, and wrap them up real good. Throw them back in Irish butter. I did use Kerrygold. Threw them back on another couple hours, and then opened it up and basted it with the barbecue sauce and put them on there for like another hour to tack up. But they were really, really good. It was just so much food for their. I only got me and my husband. We all have kids. There's 2 of us. There's only so much food we can eat. But I think I ended up cutting some of the meat off the rib bones later in the week and shredding it and putting it with some mac and cheese. And that turned out pretty good. Taste and sensibility said brisket, ribs, and smoked turkey breast. Sounds really good. That sounds really good. Check out Show Me Barbecue Sauce can be bought online. Mick buys it by the case. I'm going to check that out. We used for the ribs, I used this one. I think Meat Church used to make it. Now it's Traeger. It's called Holy Cola barbecue sauce, and it's cola based and it's really sweet. I think I just needed a spicier one because all that sweet on top of the rib is sweet. Wow, you guys, show me barbecue and now Head County barbecue seasoning. It's an Oklahoma product and pretty tasty. I'll have to check that out too. Oh, we're good. Harry's coming to my house for a barbecue. We do our Thanksgiving turkey on there too, and let me tell you, that is the greatest thing ever. I have my oven to cook. I don't have a turkey in the oven on Thanksgiving Day that I have to deal with. That is the best thing ever. This is so good. This is almost effervescent. It almost feels like it should be bubbly. It is just it's like almost like a blackberry soda. A lot of blackberry and vanilla. That is so yummy. It's been a while since I've gotten into this one. Yeah, my husband, to get up and spatchcock the turkey. That's my official duty. And I used to have to do it when we did it on the Weber vertical smoker, and so I love the Rectex. I gotta get up much later to do it this time. But I'll spatchcock it, and then he will do the rub and the injections and everything and get it ready and put it on the smoker. And then I think this year I'm gonna do the sides the night before because I'm actually participating in a turkey trot this year on Thanksgiving. I've been wanting to do it forever, and my always excuse is, "Well, I have to get everything ready because everybody comes to our house for Thanksgiving." And so this year I decided I'm gonna make all the sides and stuff the night before and then just reheat them when I got home. So I'm gonna do that. I'm doing another, like a 5K in October. It's called Gordy's 5K. I think you get a pumpkin, not like a pumpkin pie, but like it's an actual little gourd pumpkin. It's crazy. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Deb mans the pit. She also makes her own rub and sauce. I'm gonna have to get with Deb because that's my next thing is I want to get into sauces and kind of start getting into making, your own sauce. And it doesn't look like it's that hard. So I'm gonna have to talk to Deb and find out pick her brain some. Head country, not county, autofill got me. Okay. Head country. I'll check that out. Hybrid mustard barbecue sauce. Stallings Rock Store Carolina Gold from North Carolina. We tried a Carolina Gold yesterday and it was super mustardy and we didn't end up getting it. I got a balsamic based one. And then I got one that was really spicy that I really liked. But I'm gonna have to yeah, I want a good North Carolina mustard based one, but this one was just it almost tasted like I was just straight mustard. Like, it needed to have a little more going on. Alright, let me get this set up here. We're gonna do our Patreon giveaway. How much time I got? Alright, I got a few minutes. I wanna get done because Kilco is going live at 7 p.m. tonight. Then Anthony Bourbon Fight is gonna be going live at 7:15. These are Eastern Standard Time. And I think that is I don't think anybody else is going live tonight that I saw. I didn't see it. If anybody is that you guys know, go ahead and throw it in here. But I didn't even Stuff and Whiskey sometimes does. I didn't see their thumbnail, so let me get this set up here. And I know I will be seeing any of you who end up at the Irish Festival. Make sure you stop by the Darts tent, say hi. I do know a couple people that have reached out to me, and they are going to be making the trip to do their first year at the Irish Festival. They're going to have a great time. It's like I said, it's massive. It's 37 acres. Um, I think there's 7 states, five big main stages. Then they have like another 5 little stages. It's just nuts. It's a lot to see in just a little bit amount of time here. All right, let me remove this one. Oop, wrong one. Stop share. Okay, now we got it. Okay. So the winner, the Patreon winner, if you are a paid Patreon member, will be getting a prize pack from the Dublin Irish Festival. It's the largest Irish festival in the USA. Gonna get a t-shirt. That's why I want to do it ahead of time so I can reach out to the winner and get their shirt size. And either rocks glass or whiskey glass, something like that. I'll throw in a sample of something good. If you don't want a shirt, you pick something else. So let me know how many times to spin. How many times to shuffle, sorry. How many times to shuffle? It's been a long weekend. All right. James Morgan. Cheers to you, James. James says 4. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And good luck, everybody. All right. That is Captain ICE. That is our friend Steve. Steve has won the Dublin Irish Festival prize pack. I know how to get a hold of him. I will reach out to him. Thank you to all the Patreon for your support. I really appreciate it. It really does help with all the things that we need to do to run live streams and do videos. And, just like everything else, stuff doesn't get any cheaper. It always goes up. So I really appreciate it to all my Patreon and including Steve. Steve's a good dude. So thank you, Steve. I will reach out to him. I'm gonna go, let's see, finish this 2 stacks. This thing is so bubbly. I mean, it's crazy. Amy, I don't know if you've tried the blackberry brandy fruit drops. That is crazy. Now the apricot does not come off that effervescent, and I don't remember the apple coming off that way. You guys know the cherry brandy is my absolute favorite. I have a friend of mine that is going through his whiskey, and he's going through some health stuff right now. So, I keep him in my thoughts all the time. But he's kind of starting to purge some of his whiskey that he's just accumulated multiples of, and he had an extra of the cherry brandy. So I was only too happy to take that off his hands, 'cause that one is my favorite. That one is like cherry freaking Coke. It is so good. So I've got that one coming. That one's not effervescent either. So it's just weird that this one is like, it's almost like carbonated. That's wild. That is crazy. Oh, mouse issues. James, it is good to see you. You had perfect timing. That's all I'm telling you. You're not late at all. You had perfect timing. Oh, you had all 3 varieties, wonderful drops. I already had a bottle of the apple, a little bit higher ABV one, and the apricot, so I didn't pick those up. I picked up the blackberry, and I wondered if all 3 of those, the 100 proofers were like that, or I don't know if you got any of that, and it's like, it's not obviously, it's not carbonated, but it almost does come off that way, like effervescent. It's delicious. It is literally blackberry and vanilla in a glass. It's delicious. All right. It is 7 o'clock. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're going to go jump over and give Kilco some love. Tell him I sent you. I will not be live on Sunday. You never know. I may pop into somebody's stream on Friday night. You might not hear a freaking word I'm saying. It just depends on how crazy it is on Friday night at the Irish Festival in the Darts tent. But if it's not too crazy, I'll jump into somebody's stream live. So live from the festival. So I will see you all a week from Sunday, and I'm going to work on getting maybe a guest. Maybe mix it up a little bit. But you guys all have a great week. Tell Kyoko I sent you, and I will see you all next time. Sláinte.